Happy New Year. I'm too honest for this. I'm too honest for this. I got no ham hock, so I hope bacon will do. Hi, Cherokee girl. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Pam Fogel. Hi. I texted Bob yesterday afternoon saying, if it isn't too much trouble, please stop and see if you can grab a ham hock for tomorrow. Tomorrow now being today. Hi, True Wrecking Crime. Good to see you. Happy New Year. For Black Eyed Peas. And when he got home, he had not seen my text. Matthew is silly AF. Thank you. Happy New Year. Hi, Poppy Red Mustang. Happy New Year. I see a bunch of us survived the night. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on for a couple of reasons, maybe several, which is more than two, but less than many. I know we all know that. Mainly just to say hi, Happy New Year. But I had said last night that I would try to go live today. And indeed, I have a few minutes. And I'm about to put on the Black Eyed Peas. And last night when I mentioned we might go live today, I said that if we did, it would be for the purpose of deep, deep research. So I have two tabs pulled up on my desktop computer. Very serious. One is the history of the song, Auld Lang Syne, which, as we all know, or I guess we all know, I shouldn't assume too much. Maybe I'm live, just so you know. Auld Lang Syne is the traditional New Year's song. I didn't read it, I just pulled it up. I wanted to learn with you guys. And our other very deep and meaningful research. I wanted to know, why is it a tradition that we Americans are supposed to eat black-eyed peas on New Year's Day? So as you can see, this is an extremely important live stream. Generally, my live streams are content-free. Today, however, I've actually planned some completely meaningless, frivolous, and perhaps useless information. Hi, Outdoorsy Life. Now let's see, that's only two reasons, and I said there may be several. We still wish you Happy New Year. Talk about the traditions of New Year's. I have to have at least one more reason for it to be several. Oh yeah. To see if we all survived New Year's Eve. I made it till midnight. I had to channel surf to keep myself, yeah. Hi, Granny B. Or Grammy B. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Vision. But I know it's Grammy B, so I apologize. And Happy New Year, Grammy B. Anyway. Because I managed to stay up until midnight and hear the fireworks going off around the neighborhood. And because I'm an old lady, I had to get up twice in the night to go to the bathroom. And because I'm an animal rescuer, I had to keep my regular schedule of getting up between 6 and 6:15 a.m. So if I seem a bit, it's not because I have a hangover, because I don't drink, but I'm operating on a lot less sleep than I am accustomed to having. So if I'm not quite as witty as normal, not that I'm actually all that witty to begin with, I tend to amuse myself more than I do others. Now I'm raising the volume of my voice because Bob has the TV on in the other room and I don't want to get a copyright strike. So I need to get the Black Eyed Peas on, and then we'll go in the other room where I can't hear the TV. Your chat has faded as always. Can somebody, anybody in chat, let me know if you can actually hear and distinguish that? Hi, Carrie. Happy New Year. Thank you, Grammy B. Now that your chat got your chat back up. Can you actually hear the TV? Hi, Sinister Shadows. Happy New Year. Waiting to see if you guys can distinguish, or you can't hear what it is, Carrie, but yes, you can hear it. Let me see if maybe he'll turn it down just a notch till I get the P's on, and then, so hang on a second. I'll go in the other room as soon as I get the P's on. Obviously, Bob is home because it's a holiday for him. And he's going to turn it down a notch. And we'll get in the other room here in a minute. So let me go ahead because I need to. I mean, it's already what? It's already 2:07 in the afternoon here in Arkansas. If I'm going to have Black Eyed Peas for supper, I better get on the stick. So, kiddos, I'm going to take my eyes off of you guys for a minute and hope that you'll just continue to hang out with me till we get in the other room, and we'll look at a couple of things for funsies. While I continue to hope that if I don't have ham hock and I must use bacon, I don't know how close the bacon part of the pig is to the ham hock part of the pig. I'm hoping the bacon part of the pig is close enough to the ham hock part of the pig that by using bacon that I will at least increase my chances of good luck. Although, since we haven't done our deep research into the background of the black-eyed pea thing, it could be that we don't actually need ham hock at all. So you kids behave yourself. All right, what are you guys seeing here? Oh, you're seeing my hillbilly humidifier. Yeah, okay. You guys know there's so many different styles of music, so many different genres. And I was thinking about that earlier when it comes to Auld Lang Syne. And how anytime and every time I've ever heard it or performed it or participated in the group singing of it, it's always been what I would refer to as dun 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 traditional. So I got to thinking about, wonder why we don't hear Auld Lang Syne performed in many different genres of music. And then I thought, well, maybe it's bad luck. By the way, that's 2 slices of hickory smoked bacon going into a two-quart saucepan. I'm going to saute the bacon along with some onion. And no, this is not a cooking Chanel. Hi, Seal. I also don't want to dawdle, Amaryllis, because I think I only have about 65% charge on this phone. Yeah. So much for planning ahead. So, like, I thought, well, Susan, if you were going to perform Auld Lang Syne in a way other than what would be considered traditional, just exactly what style would you do it in? And then, of course, I thought immediately, well, Susan, you are a stylist, musically speaking. Therefore, obviously, you would do it in your own style if you were going to just belt one out. I need my mama's wooden spoon. I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in the pan, and never, ever let him forget he's a man. 'Cause I'm a woman, W-O-M-A. Not a shallot, just a very small homegrown onion. Beware. Hi, Victoria Burgess, and Happy New Year. Batshit crazy old lady in kitchen with sharp object in hand. Do not approach. Let me get the outer skin off of this puppy. Over here, over the sink. I am here. I am still here. I am right here. I'm being right beside you. I just didn't want to my phone with onion hands. So most of you kids have been around the channel long enough that you know my musical style is kind of bluesy like. Kind of 70s. 1970s, not 1870s. And why is it that one's nose only itches when you have stuff on your hands? So I was like, well, if I was going to do Auld Lang Syne non-traditionally, just in my style, you know. Thank you, Grammy B. It would obviously be quite bluesy. It's hard to get this angle. I can't get it. I'm sorry I keep moving the camera. I'm trying to get it where anybody that wants something to like actually look at can see what I'm doing. But at the same time, I feel weird when you're only seeing this, you know, and I'm, you know, yeah. So, trying to find a happy medium. And no, I don't mean a joyful psychic. So, sew a button on your grandpa's underwear. This is one of my favorite kitchen smells. The combination of sauteing onion and bacon. It's one of those. I also love the aromatics of sauteing onion and celery in butter, like when you're getting ready to make dressing. Dewey, get down off the counter. Get down. I've already sanitized over here. And black-eyed peas. Turn this down just a little bit. So, hi, John McKinney, black eyed peas. Right now I'm sauteing bacon and onion before getting the dried peas out of the bag and throwing them into the pot. And by the way, John McKinney, I accepted your friend request on Facebook this morning. Does Carrie Bishop know about it? Asking for a friend named Bob. Okay. I did accept your friend request. I don't know why you'd want to be friends with me. All I do is insult you and call you potato head. Yes, bacon makes the world go round. Bacon makes the world go round. What? This is driving me crazy. Okay, my mama used to say, my nose itches. Somebody's coming with a hole in their britches. Cat attack. Oh, yeah. No. Carrie, John McKinney sent me a friend request on Facebook. I can only assume that it is for nefarious purposes, since it is Potato Head who has sent the request. Whatever. Okay, this is driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. I can't take it anymore. Now I have to wash my hands. Sorry for slamming the door. Oh, hi. I didn't see you guys. I didn't realize you were here. Thanks for coming over. If I'd known you guys were going to show up, I would have prepared for more food. So, if I were going to do Auld Lang Syne in my style, I thought then, well, how would that go? So I began imagining the band, of course. Hang on, I gotta adjust you. Better turn off my hillbilly humidifier, which is putting out humidity right behind our high-tech equipment here. Yeah. So I thought, sure, acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Sure, all acquaintance be forgot and days of Auld Lang Syne will take of kindness yet for old lang syne will take a cup of kindness yet for the days of old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne will take a cup of kindness yet for days, for days, for them days of old lang syne. So that would be my style. And then I reminded myself of traditional. I got to get the peas out. That ought to do. Making sure there are no little pebbles. Taking out the ones that have some brown on them. So I got to thinking about that traditional thing. Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne will take a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. I gotta rinse my peas. Gotta watch your P's and Q's. Watching your P's and Q's comes, it's an old printer's term. I've actually done handset, typeset. And when you do handset, typeset, the drawers are all laid out the same regardless of the font. And the P and the Q are not very big drawers or slots in the drawer because they don't get used all that often in printing, especially the Q. And being right next to one another, it wasn't all that unusual for a typesetter to accidentally put a P where a Q should be when they were putting the letters into the frame. My P's are rinsed. So you watch your P's and Q's. They're awfully close to one another. Now, let me get rid of the bad ones. I'm going to run water until it gets hot. To use hot water to put into this pot. Why? Because the pot is already hot. I don't want to put cold water into a hot pot. Oh, that smells good. Now, having made it clear this is not a cooking channel nor a cooking lesson, I do not add salt or seasoning to legumes until they're done or almost done because I find that it makes them mushy. I don't know if it's barometric pressure or what. So for now, I have 1 small onion, 2 slices of hickory smoked bacon, 1.5 cups of water, and it was, I don't know how many cups of peas. I just eyeballed it. You know, this is a teaspoon, this is a tablespoon. So there we go. I'm going to leave that on low heat without a lid. I'm not telling you how to cook your peas. I'm just telling you how I learned to cook mine. So that's okay. So, and thank you for asking folks to hit the like button. So I can leave those there with a lid slightly ajar. No, I'm not using a jar as a lid. I have a lid askew. Yeah. So before we go into the other room, I was thinking of another potential style, potential genre that I've never heard Auld Lang Syne performed in. And I was like, why? What's up with that? So as we go into the laundry room, I thought, well, how come? I'd have to think about that, Seal. How come you don't ever hear like a country western two-step version of old Lang Syne? I forgot how it starts. I'm imagining the band. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? We'll take a cup of kindness yet, and we'll all be fine. I think I see why there's no country western version of Old Lang Syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for Old Lang Syne. And then I thought, well, I'm pretty sure I have never heard Kitties, what have you done to my computer? Why is my task manager open? Oh, hang on. I hope they didn't make any Temu purchases while I was out of the room. Why is this, what is this tab? No, Kitty, no. Oh my goodness. Live streaming with 4 ninja kittens. So I got to thinking about, well, Victoria, why are we saying Carrie O no? Has something happened while I was acting a fool? I wasn't actually acting. That's beside the point. Kitty, no. Kitty, no. Kitty, no. Go, Kitty. Okay. And I thought, well, I've never heard an operatic version of Auld Lang Syne. And I thought, well, if it were operatic, it would be like a baritonish man and a mezzo-soprano type lady, maybe wearing a metal helmet with big horns coming out of it and a metal bra. Hi, Brody's Crime Chat. And I thought, well, oh my goodness. Oh, I messed up the orientation, just that little bump. All right, I'm going to suffer through. We've been on here 40 minutes. I thought, okay. Anyway, you know, mezzo-soprano lady, which I'm not, obviously. I'm being distracted by cats.
opera on Auld Lang Syne. Happy New Year, Birdie. Should old acquaintance be forgotten, and days of old lang syne we'll take a cup of kindness, yet no we won't. Yes we will, for the days of old lang syne. No we won't, no we won't. The days of old lang syne. Take a cup, please take a cup. We will not with our old acquaintances for kindness' sake. Should old acquaintances be forgotten, we'll take a cup of kindness for somebody's sake. I say we will, I know we will, I swear we will. For kindness sake. So, what is the history of this song of Auld Lang Syne? Ray Charles type. Should old acquaintance be forgot, and days of old lang syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot, days of old lang syne. Okay, I think I can still flip the lens, even though I have messed up the orientation. Can I? Oh, I can. What does it say? I don't know. I can barely see it because I screwed up the orientation and it's locked and I can't rotate the device back. So I'm going to get it up here since I can't see it on over here. Y'all know I don't know how to make it bigger. Auld Lang Syne. is a traditional New Year's song that originated as a Scottish folk song and has a history that includes origins. The song was written down by Scottish poet Robert Burns in 1788, but it was likely based on an older version. Burns claimed to have, quote, taken it down from an old man's singing, close quote. However, there are earlier versions of the song, including one by Scottish poet Alan Ramsay in 1724. Popularity in the United States. The song became popular in the United States in 1929 when Guy Lombardo and his band, the Royal Canadians, played it on their radio show at the Roosevelt Hotel in New York. Lombardo performed the song on New Year's Eve every year from 1929 to 1977. Hi, Sammy Sparrow, baby. I just saw you. It just caught my eye, darling. And y'all know I am of Scottish heritage. So this, kind of cool to me that this, yeah. Okay, meaning. The song's title roughly translates to "For Old Time's Sake." It's about old friends meeting after being apart for a time. The lyrics, "We'll take a cup of kindness yet," or actually, let me read that again. "We'll take a cup o' kindness yet," refer to the tradition of raising a glass to friends or loved ones. And finally, AI. And thank you, AI. Oops. Boop. Use in film and television. Auld Lang Syne is a common staple in film soundtracks, often used to evoke the new year. It's been featured in films such as Forrest Gump, Sex and the City, and When Harry Met Sally. So, we've learned a little tiny bit about Auld Lang Syne. Now, why do we eat black-eyed peas? Oops. On New Year's Day. Well, according to this, Americans eat black-eyed peas for New Year's to bring about good fortune for the coming year. But that's the short answer. The long one involves a shared family tradition that celebrates the legume's prosperous legacy in Africa and the Americas. Eating black-eyed peas on New Year's Day or shortly after midnight on New Year's Eve is thought to bring prosperity and good luck to those who partake. The practice of eating black-eyed peas for luck is generally believed to date back to the Civil War. Now, this doesn't say the American Civil War, but just to clarify, because there have been many of those, they're referring to the American Civil War. Who started the black-eyed pea tradition? Black-eyed peas trace their origins to West Africa, where they were a dietary staple for centuries. Enslaved Africans brought them to America during the transatlantic slave trade, planting the seeds, literally and figuratively, for a tradition that would transcend generations. What is the spiritual meaning of black-eyed peas? And that significance of the pea in West African and diasporic cultures included a symbol of fertility, offerings for spirits, protection from the evil eye, and good luck. And that even today, many people carry one in their bag or pocket for prosperity, not posterity, prosperity. Now, I did see one single thing in there about ham hocks. I think I'm going to be good. As a matter of fact, not being a superstitious woman, I feel quite confident that even if I did not have black-eyed peas today, sorry about the kitty cat, that even if everything wasn't all right, it would eventually be okay. And that if things aren't okay, well, eventually it'll be all right. But I'm glad to have some black-eyed peas to eat regardless. As a matter of fact, I'm grateful to have anything to eat, and I think we all should be. But enough for that. I don't want to get serious. So, John McKinney, you like Crowder peas? Hi, Sandy Gant. Banana pudding sounds so yummy. I'm actually going to make butterscotch pie tarts. I know, pie tarts. I don't even know why I put it that way. A tart is like a tiny pie, a relatively small pie. So I'm going to cook up some butterscotch pudding, but rather than making a pie, I'm going to cut little circles out of the pie crust and then poke it. I do speak English, believe it or not. I'm just really tired from staying up too late. Muffin cups down into little muffin individual tins, circles of pie pastry that big, and put the pudding in individual and make little teeny individual butterscotch pie tarts. John McKinney, what do you mean banana yuck? What do you mean banana yuck? Where do you get your potassium, John McKinney, potato head? Probably from potatoes. Do potatoes have? No, kitty. No, kitty. No, kitty. No, kitty. Today's content is brought to you by No Kitty. Are potatoes a source? What do you mean you didn't get it? Try again. Because the cat jumped on the... Get out of here. I will try again. Thank you. Are potatoes a source of potassium? No, as a matter of fact, according to Google, potatoes have absolutely... Seal? No, they do not. Seal? Do not be lying to me, to the chat room, to the chat box, because, in fact, as much as it pains me to bring factual, fact-based, fact-driven, facts to this channel, of course, it's Google. It could be, somebody could have made, just because it's on Google, John McKinney, doesn't make it true. And Seal, just because it's on the internet, the interwebs, the worldwide net, does not. Sandy Gant, I am. That's why my fingers were crossed, because I'm lying through my teeth as well as my bridge. Sandy Gant. Why did I even ask such a personal question of John McKinney? Oh, where do you get your potassium if you don't eat bananas? I don't believe potatoes have potassium. And then I go to computer and I say, literally, you heard me say to the computer, are potatoes a good source of potassium? And look what it says. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Liars from Potato Liarville. The potato is a food rich in potassium. In fact, potatoes rank highest for potassium content among the top 20 most frequently consumed raw vegetables and the top 20 most frequently consumed raw fruits. One medium potato, 5.3 ounces to be precise, with the skin, contains 620 mgs. I don't read in metric of potassium. I am so angry right now over John McKinney trolling me into a corner like that, where it was like a bait 'em and catch 'em, hook, line, and sinker moment, wherein on New Year's Day, where you set the tone for the entire rest of your year. Why am I talking in that voice? Oh, well, I'm already into it now, so I might as well go ahead. On New Year's Day, they say that you're setting the tone for the entire rest of your year. And I have just fallen flat on New Year's Day on a live stream on YouTube, having been trolled by John McKinney, the non-banana eating potato head man person, by having challenged his potassium intake without having first done the ultimate quintessential Google search. Now I'm screwed, blued, and tattooed for the rest of the year after having only you should have ham hock for your black-eyed peas, because this is what happens when you use bacon. You get some dude from the Pacific Northwest that goes by John McKinney sending you friend requests without telling his woman, who is your managing moderator. And then you find out that his potato intake far exceeds your 5.3 ounces of 620 milligrams of potassium from a banana. Probably a lot less fattening too, except I put butter on mine. Not on my banana. I don't butter my bananas. I butter my potatoes. My screen just went green and there are bubbles floating across it. And I'm not talking about in my head. I mean literally, receipt. The screen went green and there are bubbles. I'm going to take that and the fact that I seem to have slipped into some sort of alternate universe type character that has nothing to do with being a guardian of the galaxy even. I just seem to have taken on a completely different persona. And the other voices in my head at this moment are saying, I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're very odd. And I really wish that Aunt Virgie would come bursting into the room. Babies, I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly so high, nearly reach the sky. Then, like my dreams, they fade and die. Fortune's always hiding. I've searched everywhere. I'm forever blowing bubbles. I wonder who Bubbles is. Pretty bubbles in the air. Darlings, I managed to get an hour in, and that's what I like to do. Thank you all so much for joining me for a semi-content free live stream, New Year's Day 2025. I gave my New Year's wishes to my viewers on last night's New Year's Eve live stream. So I won't hold you babies here by getting all mushy and sentimental again. You can go to relatively the beginning of last night's live stream before we come inside to know what my heart is saying and singing to you, every single one of you today. I ain't a superstitious woman, but tradition almost demands that we have our black-eyed peas today. Sing Auld Lang Syne. And become reacquainted with old friends. And maybe meet some new ones. And if it's true, I have no receipts, so speculatively speaking, if it's true that today sets the tone for the rest of my year, it couldn't have been any better than being right here with you kids. So let's go into the new year here on Lip Lock No More with all the gusto, all the bravado, all the FAFO, and all the positivity, joy, and kindness we can generate. Except on those days. And we know those days will come for one reason or another. And like I said in last night's live stream, it's life. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So, should all acquaintance be forgot, and days of old lang syne should old acquaintance be forgot, and days of old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dears, for old lang syne. Let's take a cup of kindness here for days of old lang syne. I love you. I'll see you on the flip flop. Behave yourselves.